Hello, I'm Cindy Fornelli, Executive Director of the Center for Audit Quality. The CAQ is a public policy organization dedicated to enhancing investor confidence in the work of public company auditors and in our capital markets. One of our objectives is to convene and collaborate with other stakeholders to advance the discussion of critical issues. I'm happy to be here today with Michelle Hooper, an independent member of the CAQ's governing board and a member of the board of directors of the National Association of Corporate Directors. Michelle also sits on other corporate boards of directors. She's led an important CAQ effort on financial reporting fraud, which is what we're going to cover here today. On October 6th, the CAQ issued a report entitled Deterring and Detecting Financial Reporting Fraud, a Platform for Action. This report pulls together ideas for mitigating the risk of financial reporting fraud from a variety of sources, including efforts that have worked and possible new approaches. Most importantly, the report captures the perspectives of key stakeholders, including corporate executives, members of boards of directors and audit committees, internal and external auditors, those stakeholders that we refer to as participants in financial reporting supply chain. In addition, the report includes comments from investors, regulators, academics, and others. A separate video describing the report's finding is detailed in our website, so I invite you to look at that as well. Michelle?
Thank you, Cindy. I'm very glad to be here. Over 100 stakeholders participated in a series of roundtables that led up to this report. Discussion participants agreed that while supply chain participants work to deter and detect financial reporting fraud one company at a time, a collective sharing of ideas and resources would greatly advance efforts to mitigate financial reporting fraud. I'm pleased to report that the professional organizations that represent each key stakeholder group, Financial Executives International for management, the National Association of Corporate Directors for boards of directors and audit committees, and the Institute of Internal Auditors have agreed to collaborate with the CAQ in an ongoing effort to mitigate the risks of financial reporting fraud.
The CAQ's collaboration with groups like FEI, the NACD, and the IIA, as well as other interested parties, will leverage existing resources and facilitate the development of tools and information targeted to each of those stakeholder groups. So let's take a closer look at areas for potential future work and collaboration that can enhance thinking around fraud deterrence and detection. Based on the observations highlighted throughout the CAQ's report, our initial collaborative efforts will focus on 4 broad areas. Michelle?
First, we would like to advance the understanding of the conditions that contribute to fraud. We know that 3 conditions typically are connected with financial reporting fraud: pressure, opportunity, and rationalization, or what we call the fraud triangle. But we don't know why one person chooses to distort financial results or commit fraud, while another in a similar situation does not. We would like to leverage the experiences of the participants in the financial reporting supply chain and pursue additional research to better understand the preconditions and the indicators for financial reporting fraud. This could lead to the development of tools and resources that help operationalize behavioral research on the factors that lead an individual to commit fraud in order to assist all of our parties in the supply chain in identifying fraud risks and potential red flags.
A second area for future collaboration is promoting efforts to enhance skepticism. The importance of professional skepticism is a key theme in the CAQ's report. It involves the validation of information through probing questions, critical assessment of evidence, and attention to inconsistencies. All stakeholders could benefit from efforts to enhance their ability to think critically and skeptically about information presented to them. It's important to learn how to overcome the natural inclination to trust management and others involved in financial reporting, but without creating a hostile environment.
A third area of collaboration is to moderate the risks inherent in focusing only on short-term results. An overemphasis on meeting short-term financial goals can lead to, and has led to, a greater risk of financial reporting fraud. We would like to help management, boards, and audit committees, as well as internal and external auditors, remain alert to the presence of and the risks associated with short-termism. We hope to encourage them to take steps to mitigate such risks. For example, it may be possible for stakeholders to share perspectives on short-termism, including its impact on an organization's objectives, operating environment, and system of controls.
And the fourth area of collaboration is to explore the role of information technology in deterring and detecting fraudulent financial reporting. Information technology can be both an inhibitor and a facilitator of financial statement fraud. We want to maximize its potential to inhibit fraudulent activity. An ongoing discussion of the benefits and challenges of technology can help all stakeholder groups identify and address technology-related risks for fraud. Technology can also be used to enhance the effectiveness of internal control structures, as well as assist in identifying potential fraudulent activity.
The CAQ Roundtable discussion series underscored that there is no silver bullet solution to deterring and detecting fraud. Financial reporting supply chain participants play a complementary and yet interconnected roles in fraud deterrence and detection, from senior management to boards, audit committees, internal auditors, and external auditors.
The CAQ's report marks the beginning of a long-term effort. We anticipate that results of these efforts could be practice aids, alerts, white papers, webcasts, conferences, and other tools. Michelle and I are excited about the opportunity to collaborate with our partner organizations, and we welcome other interested stakeholders to provide input into these initiatives as they unfold. We will be transparent and inclusive, as well as strive to communicate our activities broadly to key stakeholder groups. Together, we can more effectively deter and detect financial statement fraud, and this will ultimately benefit investors, users of financial reports, and all participants in our capital markets. Michelle, I look forward to our continued collaboration, and I thank you for your leadership on this initiative, as well as all of your leadership at the CAQ. For all of you watching, thank you for joining us in this important discussion.